Imagine the scene. A massive celebration is underway. King David, the giant slayer, is finally bringing the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem. The streets are filled with music, dancing, and pure, unadulterated joy. This isn't just any parade. It's the return of God's very presence, symbolized by this sacred chest. The ark is placed on a brand new cart pulled by oxen, and the whole nation is celebrating. Walking right beside this incredible procession is a man named Uzzah. Now, Uzzah isn't a stranger to the ark. He practically grew up with it. His family had been its keepers for years. For him, seeing the ark was probably as normal as seeing the sunrise. He was familiar with it, comfortable around it. Maybe a little too comfortable. As the parade moves along, the ground gets uneven. The oxen stumble, the cart lurches, and the unthinkable happens: the Ark of the Covenant starts to tip over. In a split second, instinct takes over. Uzzah, seeing the symbol of God's glory about to crash to the ground, does what any of us might think is the right thing to do. He reaches out his hand to steady it. A simple, reflexive action. A good intention. But in that exact moment, the celebration grinds to a horrifying halt. The Bible says God's anger burned against Uzzah. He was struck down, right there, and died instantly beside the ark. The music stops, the dancing ceases. A wave of stunned silence and chilling fear washes over the crowd. King David himself is shaken to his core. He's both angry and terrified, and he cries out, "How can the ark of the Lord ever come to me?" This triumphant day has just turned into a tragedy. So, what happened? Why would God react so severely to someone who was just trying to help? To understand, we have to go back to God's original instructions. He had given very specific, very clear commands about the ark. It was so holy, so sacred, that it was never, ever to be touched by human hands. It was to be carried only by the Levites, using special poles inserted through rings on its sides. No exceptions. Uzzah's story is a stark and powerful lesson. His intention was good, but good intentions don't cancel out direct disobedience. He acted on impulse, on what he thought was right, instead of what God had commanded. His familiarity with the holy had bred a dangerous form of carelessness. The awe, the reverence, the healthy fear of God that should have been there had faded. He forgot who he was dealing with. He treated the sacred as something common, something he could just casually handle. That day, everyone learned a crucial truth. God is holy. His presence is not something to be taken lightly or handled casually. He is not our buddy that we can treat with flippant familiarity. He is the sovereign, all-powerful creator of the universe. His holiness demands our respect and, most importantly, our obedience. Our assumptions about what's okay or what seems right in the moment don't hold any weight against his clear commands. This story isn't just an ancient account, it's a mirror for our own hearts. How often do we approach God on our own terms? We might think, "Oh, God knows my heart," as an excuse for cutting corners in our obedience. We might get so used to hearing about God, singing songs to Him, and talking about Him that we forget the sheer, breathtaking holiness of who He is. We let reverence slip into routine. The story of Uzzah serves as a dramatic, unforgettable reminder. God is incredibly merciful, full of grace and love, but He is also perfectly holy, and His holiness is not to be trifled with. When we lose our sense of reverence, when we begin to treat God and His commands as optional suggestions, we place ourselves in a dangerous position. Judgment, as Uzzah found out, can be swift and unexpected. This event forces us to ask ourselves, have I become too casual with the things of God? Do I approach Him with the awe and obedience He deserves? It's a call to return to a place of humble, reverent worship, remembering that our good intentions are never a substitute for true obedience. Thank you for watching. If this story has made you think, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that dives deep into the powerful truths of the Bible. See you next time.